Grab that ish quickly, Dante. Get your depth perception in order. Hey guys, it's your girl Laisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we're here with another reaction to Devil May Cry. We're reacting to the season finale of season 2, episode 8, which is called Vexillia Regis Perdent Inferni. I probably said that completely wrong, but I don't speak Makai. So in the last episode, we had the beginning of this battle with the merged area / Argisax was going through, eating people, sucking souls, and the brothers Sparda did their best to try to take him down, but unfortunately, you know, they're a little rusty. They're not as far as working together. And yeah, like Dante was already not at 100%, you know, between having his blood drained and getting his butt, what direction it was drained. Yeah, blood drained first and then drained again by Argisax. So yeah, unfortunately they weren't successful in being able to take him down when he was still in a lesser form. Now, because he fed on the Sparda brothers, he's at a point where the boys are like, nah, we can't take him. So Dante came up with a clutch idea, which is that maybe we need to send him to Makai and let Mundus take it because he's stronger than both of us. And well, now, because all of them are heading back there, between Mundus and the brothers Sparda, if they're not able to take him down, then that's pretty much it, right? Like it's a done deal. So yeah, we ended the episode with with Argisax being sucked into Makai, the boys following them, and then Lady was supposed to shut the portal, but she passed out and she lost the sword, so it might be getting sucked into Makai as well, which would be bad news bears, because with that sword, whoever is left standing, whether it be Argisax or Mundus, out of those two, they'll be able to open the portal to Earth whenever they want, and that's absolutely what we don't want. So that's where we're at heading into this finale. Let's see where we end up. Just before I do, a reminder, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Even though this series is done for now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another season. I'll be around for that, and if not, there's going to be a lot of other things that I react to that hopefully will be in the wheelhouse of what you like to enjoy. So hopefully you'll join me for the journey. And also you can catch the entire season as far as uncut reactions on my Patreon if you're interested. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Oh wow, we're doing a throwback. Okay.
So even you turn against me. Sparda.
Finally, we haven't seen Daddy in a minute.
The only one I will regret.
Oh, y'all were besties? Sparda was no bitch. Damn. Break it up what's left. His wings are so cool. Okay, calm down, Thor. I kind of wonder what Sparda looked like not in demon form.
He declared himself openly to the Sapiens, using something they call television.
Is that all?
Right, he's like anything else.
Why is it you place unceasing trust in the vile offspring of our realm's
Did I say you could question me?
Whether you wish to raise questions about which
Right,
of my
like-
soldiers I can...
Who gave you a brain? Who told you could speak? Run along.
Why are you skulking up there, Jester?
Oh, looking for more people to go against him.
Luckily, you don't know how funny you are, or else I'd be out of a job.
Interesting.
Cause the only good sapien is
Dead one.
dinner.
Close enough. They're like, we're clapping because it's over. Thank God. By the way, someone's coming. You were talking about dinner? It's served. He's like, what is this? I don't feel like this is the gift that I hoped it was. I'm looking this gift horse in the mouth, he said. And you should. Nailed it. You know
We're
why.
just supposed to knock him through.
You said never said we? You don't speak French?
You really breathe this air all the time, huh?
He's used to it.
Focus your darkness. It'll help you breathe easier. Much better.
Look at that. You're learning shit.
You never could leave me alone, little brother.
Because I love you. Because I love you, man.
Do you really believe you could do so here?
We're not alone here. Did you forget? Daddy's here. Our other daddy. This is Sparda to the face. Ooh, beef. 2,000-year-old beef. Maybe y'all shouldn't be so close. At least not in that form.
So that this time, I can ensure nothing of you remains.
Cool, 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 cool.
Defeated me only by ambush.
Okay.
You are weaker.
Ooh. He's like, I smell the sapient in you. Wait, that sounds dirtier than it probably meant to. But anyway.
Before the last remnants of the barrier disappear. And if they do, without the power of Sparta himself, the rift cannot be resealed.
Could this call Daddy? Because it's the first time we've seen it was in the last episode, right? Or in the beginning of this one. Reunion of all the Spartas? I am curious, like, just loosely, like, why Sparta stayed away this long. Outside of, like, I get that he probably didn't. Whoa, God. Yikes. But yeah, outside of protecting them, obviously, from demons that would probably be able to sense the twins before they knew what that meant. Seriously, y'all can't fly in here or won't fly in here? Sees the sapien now. Dodging did not occur to you there, bro? Okay. Well, guess your toy's gone. Nailed it. Damn, Virgil is way lighter on his feet, but I guess this is where he grew up, so. Hi. Like, I'm going for this little bitch right here. Who's this little hoe? Let's talk. You are again with your bare chest out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, you gone? Oh, hope your glorious chaos was worth it for the few minutes you got to enjoy it. Yeah, Lee Mundus has been like, actually, I have been dreaming about killing you. Okay, it wasn't fronting. Or was that a statue? What? But you're a god. Oh, sword's back. Thank you for not delaying. No speeches, no pontification, just death. Damn it, I knew this. I wasn't dead.
28 lifetimes to live a moment as a god.
Was it worth it? I hope so.
A fair trade.
Okay, cool. Glad you feel that way. I don't know how y'all was just. No. Hi, Mundus. Hi.
Mundus, I thought you'd be bigger.
Bro, he just.
The soldiers who killed our mother and tortured me to the brink of death were yours.
Now you know.
Molded me into your willing attack dog.
Now you know, Dante, before you start judging your brother anymore.
Right for our expansion.
Cool.
You came here for revenge on Mundus. In that case, we may finally agree on something.
Yeah! Teamwork is dreamwork, baby!
This is the monster who destroyed our lives and now wants to enslave 2 realms. We have to stop him.
Was necessary to purge you of your sapient weaknesses.
Does his mom not talk to him anymore?
Keeping me at your side was your twisted retribution for my father's betrayal.
That's exactly what it was.
Why release you from my dungeons?
To control you.
Effort to train you.
To control you.
Everything I subjected you to was to
I spoke
ready
too soon on the
to
speeches.
march into Earth at my right hand, so we could unite both realms.
Unite? Okay.
May Sparta's name forever be cursed.
He was always loyal to me.
Yet he wasn't.
Our dad hated you!
Did he?
sealed off Earth to protect it from your
You
evil!
know nothing of your own
I was about to say,
father.
maybe you don't know.
Did you wish to know him? The true Sparta.
A little bit. But I don't know. I feel like your rendition's going to be a little skewed.
I witnessed firsthand the debauchery, the corruption at the core of Chaos's rule. From a kingdom of chaos to a beacon of structure.
So you're both on opposing sides of structure versus chaos.
Was among the first to rally to my cause.
Okay.
Your father. He led my armies from one
Starting to get the
glorious
sense that maybe
victory to another.
Mundus was in love with your dad, y'all. This is feeling like a scorned lover.
My most unwavering ally.
That's what it is. He's mad that your dad fell in love with a human woman. That's what it is.
Sparta saw that I could not rule Makai as I must, not so long as my blood stirred only for conquest.
That's when he whooped your giant fake marble ass?
Oh, It's real marble.
We battled each other across the continents of Makai.
For why?
Neither of us able to gain the upper hand.
Interesting.
So that means basically that between the two of you are strong enough to beat him, is what I'm hearing.
You make it sound like he raised the barrier for your sake, not for the billions of humans he saved from death.
Sparda had a certain fascination with
Clearly more than a fascination. Two products of it.
He cared for one, at least.
That part.
Once Sparta had satisfied his curiosity, he left Eva to her fate.
But did he? We still don't know what happened.
Our dad loved Mom. He loved us!
Did they feel love?
She said he loved us. He wasn't there to say anything.
You ain't wrong about that.
Cannot feel love for something as low as a sapien.
I don't think you know that for sure.
He was at mine for centuries.
We get
trying to
it.
get back
You're
in
in
your
love
head.
with him. Moving on.
I meant for you both to be taken.
That part is true.
Kill those half-breeds!
I was about to say it. Virgil actually loved his mother. If nothing else, he loved his mom. So, but Virgil is bringing up very valid points that they don't know their dad. They don't know what his motivations were. They don't know why he did what he did. But their mother never acted like she hated him. I think if she thought he was just toying with her, she probably would have told the boys that. Been meaning to kill your ass.
Woo! That was personal.
You and me. Close the rift so he can't follow. We will come for Mundus when we're ready.
I do think you need to train up.
Mundus speaks truth. Our father left us to protect ourselves.
He did do that.
I can gain enough to put me beyond any threat, to control my world.
You're choosing him?
No, I choose my home.
That is his home. It is his home, Dante.
You can't force him to come back with you. But they've had such different lives.
Same move. You won't die.
At night, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different?
Yes, because I don't think Dante was ever like you. Sending you home. Catch, brother.
He's letting you know he's not completely gone, but he's got his reasons. Grab that ish quickly, Dante. There we go. Get your depth perception in order. Yee, don't touch me.
Maybe grab your form real quick.
Actually, you'll survive. It's fine. Uh-oh, door's closed again. Us Spartan kids are so annoying, aren't we?
Because I don't like you.
Unfortunately for you, you also killed my mother.
Yeah, he don't play about his mama.
Makai will invade Earth. With me as its king.
Fair enough.
You raised him.
Let us see if you can succeed where he failed.
Indeed. Maybe the human mix is what's going to make it work.
Look at that. Right back to the beginning of the episode. We've gone nowhere in all these years.
Oh, you got a new bestie.
Well, that's a mess. That's tomorrow's problem.
I made our date. Sorry I couldn't be there. Something came up.
Which is? Oh, your dad. You need to find him.
I guess. It is all daddy issues with these people, so.
I didn't get it at first. What kept pulling us together?
The weapons lady?
It was those two hurt kids. Finally recognizing their pain in someone else.
Isn't that what his mom said in the dream? That it's the pain that connects him to people?
I wish I could ignore my pain the way that you can. But I have to keep running towards it. To confront it.
Okay.
To kill the source.
And when you discover that it's not going to change anything,
Future assaults from hell, an indefinite curfew has been imposed.
indefinite. Damn.
Me running like a coward and leaving you in the dust.
That is your MO?
It's not our blood that defines us. It's our choices.
Why do I feel like she's pregnant or some shit?
And my place is with the worst of it.
Enough of the pity party, girl.
Well, Mary. Coming to see dear old Dad.
I did not see that plot twist. Wow.
Let's give them a show.
That's crazy.
He saw her in Makai too. Wow. That's not your daddy anymore. So now she still needs to get back to Makai regardless. How's that healing up going, buddy? How's it going? Here we go. Okay.
That rift still don't look as close as I would like it to be.
Come with me, we'll stand and fight. Oh, we shall never surrender.
The one thing that was able to keep them together, now that she's gone, they just can't find their way back.
It's gonna be you and me together.
You sure about that?
And he's alone again. Does this do end scenes? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Endgame, final season is coming. Good to know. Good to know.
Okay, guys. Well, that was the season finale. And yeah, I mean, it was good.
It was very interesting. I didn't think this was going to be a kumbaya ending for the twins, at least not at this point. But I think the important things I pulled from this, I mean, outside of the fact that Argisax was clearly always weak. But it's very funny though that like he had to use a human to ascend again, but that inherently made him weaker, right? Because, you know, once you took out the human, once Arius was gone, it's like he had no strength anymore. Like all of it was being channeled through him. So, and hilarious, right? Arius saying, yeah, 28 lifetimes just for 2 minutes of being a god. Cool. Like, okay, I guess. What else could he say at that point? It was over. But I think, you know, this episode, despite the fact that, you know, that battle between the gods was kind of cool, it really wasn't the focal point, right? The focal point was the brothers once again, and getting a little more history on what happened between Mundus and Sparta. We don't know much about it, and like we've only gotten one rendition of it, which is, well, it's always been Mundus's, right? Mundus and his viewpoint of what went wrong, and of course there's the rumors around Makai, but we don't know. Right? The one person who could have given maybe what Sparta's side of the story was their mother, but she clearly never talked to them about it. She never had a chance to do that. And of course, to this day, Sparta's at large. We still don't know where he is, where he disappeared to, why he disappeared. And so everyone's got their assumptions as to why he did it. And Mundus, of course, sounds like the ultimate source of truth because, like he said, 9 centuries they were together. So that's a long time. And I think that, as I said, it's very interesting in the way that they wrote the speeches and the way that Mundus was talking about Sparta. Like it was more than just reverence. It felt like love. It felt like he genuinely loved Sparta. And again, I'm not saying it's romantic love. I was teasing in the episode, but it could just be, you know, just genuinely like a feeling of kinship or brotherhood that he really felt because it was affection. The way he was talking about it was not like, oh, he was a good guy. He was, you know, he's one of my errand boys that did better than others. It was literally like he was by my side. He chose me. He saw my vision. He shared, we had the shared understanding. We were supposed to do this together, and I'm the one who lost my vision, and that's why. Like, yes, some of it was obviously manipulation, but I don't think it was all that. I do think he genuinely believed that Sparta and him could have worked it out. I mean, the fact that they fought for months too, right before Sparta finally realized none of us is going to win. Like, I think that Mundus genuinely feels like he lost the one person or the one creature that understood him the most. And it's interesting because all season long has been the question of, you know, is being a human weakness and is being a demon evil? And there's kind of been this separation that they're trying to create of humans are the ones with the emotions and therefore they're weak, and the true Makaians don't have any emotion and that's why they're evil. But I don't think either of them is true, right? You have Arius, who was human with emotions, and he was evil, right? He chose to do horrible things because of bad things that happened to him 28 lifetimes in a row. And you've got Mundus, and also by extension Sparta, who what they're leaning towards saying is that they did feel love, they do feel emotions, just maybe not the same way that humans do. And we know Makaians do because we've seen Makaian families in the previous season, right? We've seen that they have kids, they have love, they have affection for each other. So, and with the right rabbit being raised and taken in by demons. So all that to say that there's these extreme truths that are being tossed around that are both not entirely true, right? Both areas have the capacity for good and evil, love and hate. The doctor saying that the powers of Makai, the magic of Makai, is not always for destruction and death. It can be for life and growth. So there's just a lot of, these extremes that these boys are dealing with because they are from both worlds. And Mundus's plea, which he knew he could only get to, he knew that if there's anyone he could convince, it would have to be Virgil, because he had no contact with Dante. And Dante was one thing about Dante is he's unwavering, right? There's nothing in his soul that's going to the left or right. He is very firm on who he is and what he thinks is right and wrong. Whereas with Virgil, that's always been something that he's been working through. And a lot of that is because of his trauma. But one of the good things to come out of this is that Dante didn't understand why Virgil was like this. And now, even though obviously he doesn't have the details, but hearing that Dante was captured, tortured, and then, put through this rigorous training, you saw that when he looked over, when he heard that, like, oh, okay, now I get it. Like, my life sucked, in many ways in Earth, but I didn't have to go through all that. Now I'm starting to understand maybe why you and I are so different now. And they've always been different. They've highlighted that this episode or this season, that the two of them have always been very different in the way they handle. Like, Virgil's always been more serious, right? Let's be out of the two, more serious, more of the thinker, more kind of morose, whereas Dante was a little happy-go-lucky, bubbly, kind of very loosey-goosey out of the two of them. So they were always going to be a little bit butting heads over that. But I think if they'd grown up together, they would have learned that it's actually a really good balance to have both of those sides of themselves. But unfortunately, you got the one who was already prone to being morose and already had a bunch of insecurities get sucked into a world where he was exploited and used. And Dante got to stay in the world where his attitude was kind of like his strength in a world full of people who don't take a lot of things seriously anyway. So anyway, the point again being that in the end, we see that Mundus was saying that, you should stay here because he's like, if you stay with me and stay by my side, we'll do this properly. He's like, your dad, the reason he stopped me is because he saw that I was getting crazy and killing everybody, even when I should have been like Makai first. And now he's like, we can do that. Like, we'll go into Earth and we'll cleanse it, but you'll be by my side to regulate me the way that Sparta tried to. I've learned my lesson, right? And we see that that's not at all what he wanted, right? Like, I love that Virgil was showing that there's like truths and like good and bad truths to what Mundus was saying, because he was saying, like, first of all, he didn't, he's not about the mom being killed, right? That he don't play about. He's like, I am going to kill you for killing my mom. You didn't have to do all that. But he's like, you do have a point about our dad. He never, like, he abandoned us years ago, like we were babies when he left us, never checked in, allowed our mom to die, clearly doesn't care about us, or at least that's the way it seems. So maybe we don't know him. And we hear Mundus saying that Makaians don't have the capacity to love something as low as a sapien. And I'm like, if they have the capacity to love at all, then that doesn't matter, right? Like, love is all encompassing. So that in itself is a blatant lie, but clearly, understandably, Virgil's got a lot of smoke for their dad, because he's like, where have you been? Like, what kind of guy are you that you left us to deal with all this, that you didn't come save me, right? Save me for this life of torture I had to go through, save our mother, keep our brother, keep our family together. So that's all valid beef. Like, where is Sparta? Like, that's been a question since season 1. Where did this guy go? Why did he leave? Why has he never checked on those kids even once? And as I said in the episode, maybe it was to protect them, because he thought if he went there, it would draw demons to them. But it feels like there's another reason, something deeper than that. And really, the only person who can give us the true tea is Sparta himself. So I do think that might be what season 3 is going to get us, is that we're going to finally get the reemergence of Sparta for some reason. But in the meantime, Virgil's like, no, you know what? I'm going to stay here because Makai is my home. And that makes sense. Like, he's not been around humans since he was like 10. And he's still reconciling a lot of his prejudice that he's developed against them. Like, I don't think he has the same strong opinion of humans having rot in them and all this stuff that he's been told, but but he has been conditioned for like 20 years, and that's not going to go away overnight, whether he likes it or not. And also, he just kind of wants to, I think his whole thing is he wants to feel strong. Virgil's always felt weaker and inferior to Dante, and by extension, living in a world where everyone hated him for being half human, he's carrying a lot of that insecurity around. So I think that that was more of why he chose to be like, I got to stay here and I got to take out Mundus. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to march on Earth one day and I'm going to like, but I think his idea of marching on Earth is not because he wants to necessarily have the same idea that Mundus does, but I think he does feel like he doesn't want Machaians to suffer, right? He's been there. He's seen that the Machaians are suffering with the bad air and the lack of food and all the shit that Mundus just let go for how many centuries. So I think he thinks that there can be like, in his mind, he's like, I do think the worlds do need to work together, kind of like what the Doctor was talking about, how hundreds of years ago the spheres were open and everyone lived in peace. But he needs to take care of Mundus first for that to happen and clear out anybody who's loyal to Mundus as well. And he knew that Dante was not going to be down for that task, right? He doesn't want to leave Earth long enough to do that with him. So that's why he was like, no, bro, like I got to send you back to Earth. And I mean, beating him was just his own ego. Let's be real. He was like, I always got my butt whooped, so I got to whoop your butt once more. At least once I got to do it. So he did that, and we see that he did like, he's like, let's keep these two things separated now, the way it's supposed to be, with a sword on one side and the amulets on the other. And now he's like, at least this portal can't be opened again anytime soon. Like, I think Virgil's sword can always let him into the world. Like, he can come back into Earth with that sword, but without the big sword and the two sides of the amulet, and of course the blood of the both of them, they won't be able to actually open the rift long enough for Makai to enter yet. So anyways, he did that. And I mean, the fact that he took the jewel and sent it off with Dante with that look that, you know, was reminiscent of when he was a kid, you know, I think it was Virgil's way of kind of letting Dante know, like, I am still with you. I know you feel like I'm not right now, but we've walked different paths for a long time, and I feel like I need to do this, and you got to do what you got to do. And we'll see what happens when we end up facing each other again, which will happen at some point. So yeah, we see that Virgil's decided to stay. He wants to fight Mundus, and you know, it's good training if nothing else. And I do think, yeah, like we see resolve in him that we've not seen before now that he knows the full truth. And again, he always suspected, but now he's got that confirmation, and we'll see. Like, I do think he is going to defeat Mundus, but not because Mundus isn't strong enough. It's the way he keeps looking at him and reminiscing about Sparta. Like I said, Mundus clearly had a very special relationship with Sparta, and I think that there's a part of him that never wants to see that go. Like, I don't think he wants to see an end to Sparta, right? That's something he doesn't want. So yeah, that's how we ended it with the boys anyways. You know, Virgil v Mundus for God knows how long, until one of them gets too tired or wins. We'll have to see. And then on the other side of things, not much on Dante, because obviously he's now just reeling over the fact that he just found out he had family again this season, only to lose him again. But yeah, I don't think he's going to give up on finding a way to get back to Virgil, and that's what's important. And then with Lady, we see that she discovered that, I did not see that twist coming, guys. I have to say that was pretty good, that the Jester is actually her father, and he's been working for Arius / Argisax, and he knows who his daughter is. So when she came to Makai and he saw her, he knew who she was. And it looks like he feels nothing, unfortunately. Whoever he was is gone. But as Lady said, she feels like that's her demon she's got to put to bed for her to move forward. And so she wants to go find him. And my guess is she probably wants to get answers. That's probably first and foremost. But we'll see if she can actually do it and put an end to her father's misery, or if he is in fact in misery, because he looks like he's enjoying himself at the moment. But he also could be crazy. We're not sure yet. But yeah, that was a heck of a reveal at the end. So yeah, everyone's in their separate corners. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the final seasons, when, you know, what's going to make them all come back together. And hopefully, you know, we're going to have a semi-good ending. Like, I just want for Dante to have a sense of family again. And I do hope that him and Virgil can find a way. I mean, they're never going to be besties like that ever again, I don't think. But at least if they can find a way to exist together, that'd be great. And like I said, I do hope we finally get to meet Sparta, because I got some questions. I too have questions about what happened and what his perspective on everything is. So yeah, good season. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next video.